got our first big story here for today, so let's get started with that. But I think we have to play the montage first just to make it a package. So we'll start our first big story now in Abuja, where staff of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency have taken to the streets over what they described as an illegal encroachment of their land by the Nigerian Air Force. The protest, held just outside the Ministry of Defense, drew attention to a shimmering dispute that has dragged on for months, they say. The aggrieved workers accused the Air Force of laying claim to plots legitimately allocated to them, raising questions about land administration, accountability, and the growing tension between civil agencies and the military establishment. News Central's Sagir Ibrahim has more in this report.
Demonstrators made up of serving and retired staff of the NPHCDA marched to the Ministry of Defense carrying placards with several inscriptions. The protesters say that the property in dispute was allocated to their cooperative in 2006 and later regularized between 2012 and 2013, but efforts to reclaim it have been frustrated by the Nigerian Air Force Investment Limited, the investment arm of the Nigerian Air Force.
We went to their office, to NAFOD's office, some weeks back. They told us that it is not their business, that they bought the land from an individual, and the business is for it's between us and the person they bought the land. But we don't know the person. They are the one that knows who they bought the land from.
They say despite petitions to several ministries, agencies and the courts, the encroachment has continued, with workers allegedly harassed, calling on the intervention of the Minister of Defense.
We are here this afternoon to protest to the Minister of Defense to come to our aid, that they should stop NAF holding from further encroaching on our land. We took them to court. Court gave an injunction that they should stop work. They didn't stop work, they continue with the work.
Now they have encroached into phase one, which we are calling on the Minister of Defense. He should come into this issue and talk to his staff.
2 court orders were on them. They refused to respect the court order and they continue to build on that phase 2 till when they finish building on the phase 2. When they finish building on that, and they notice that court is on break again, they moved to phase 1 and they broke our fence.
A representative of the Ministry of Defense, while responding to the protesters, pledged that their grievances would be given due consideration. When contacted for comments on the allegations, the Nigerian Air Force spokesperson, Air Commodore Ehimen Ejodame, in a text message refuted the claims, saying the property in question was not seized by the Air Force and that efforts are underway to resolve the dispute. The land tussle now hinges on official intervention to prevent further escalation. In Abuja for News Central, Sagir Ibrahim.
Joining us now to shed more light on this matter is Fatima Danfulani, Secretary of the NPHCDA Cooperative Land Implementation Committee. Madam Fatima, thank you for joining us.
Good morning and thank you for inviting us on this your program.
Thank you. Let's start with this.
On a Sunday.
Thank you, Madam Fatima.
We apologize for taking you out of your Sunday routine.
Follow all your protocol.
We appreciate. Thank you so much. Let's start with this, Madam Fatima. How long has this land dispute been going on? Because I'm sure that a lot of people are not, sure exactly. So can you tell us how long this dispute has been going on and how did it begin?
2023. On the 30th, when the management felt that the other management were, you remember in our protest information, they were like, we did not move to site because of little internal problem at that time, and the management feel that, okay, let them bring other people on board and see how we can achieve and not allow people's stake to just go away like that. So on the 15th of December 2023, after we looked at what was remaining, what was the gap that have not been done, and we noticed that the community combat have not been paid completely. So before the 15th of December 2023, we met with the community leaders of Olomi, where the land is situated. The Aikimi, we met with the Aikimi and we met with the chief. So the Aikimi and the chief, we agreed and we had a meeting, which they said in payment, as they reviewed their payment because we've taken so long to make the payment on what it was agreed on. So they now decided that they're going to review it, and then we went with Department of Community Compensation. So they were the one that even came in and was able to help us bargain front and back, and we now had an agreement. So on the 15th of December 2023, we made the balance payment to the community through Zenith Bank, which is the account of NPHCDA Cooperative land. And all documentation were done with the FCDA Department of Community Combat. And all documents, we have all the documents. So after this, we decided that, okay, we mobilized the engineers and said they should move to site and start fencing the whole estate. And by the time they got there, they have worked for days. So on the 28th of December 2023, we got a call that NAV Holdings, RSM, came and arrested the staff that were working on site. What could have been the problem? I had the engineer, let me talk to them. Immediately the engineer was there trying to let me talk to them. He said he's trying to give a phone to a woman to speak with them. And they added more maltreatment to them. They made those guys to work for them on their own site as part of punishment. From the time they arrest them to around 5. By 5, they took them to SAS office in Guzape. So when they got to SAS office, they called us. I said, okay, let's get somebody to come and secure you people's bail, because it was already 6:37. Their bail was secured, and they told them that, okay, the team will be coming on Monday, because I think that 28th was on Friday. I can't remember. That was a weekend. So we were able to go to SAS on the 2nd of January 2024, when we were supposed to be celebrating. I was there with one other.
Madam Fatima, I hope you can hear us. We've been trying to get your attention for a minute. Madam Fatima, I beg your pardon. But thank you for the very detailed process that you've given us regarding the purchase of the land and how the staff that were working on it were maltreated by the NAF staff. Yeah. But the question is, has the Air Force themselves provided any documentation to show that they are the rightful owners of this land? That's one question. And why exactly
we're getting there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so have they?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
We're getting there. We just need time. So by the time we got to Guzape, they were not attending. They refused to attend to us, and I was already noticing that there was because what they told us was the representative of NAF Holding are coming, and the representative of the person that sold the land to NAF, they are coming. 3 hours, 4 hours, we are being detained. And you know, when you are in SARS, you cannot even carry your phone inside. So I felt that this is intimidation on my part, and you won't know, you don't even understand. At a point when they feel that maybe I know so much, they were not like, my second can go, and Aja that knows, it's like Aja knows so much, so Aja should wait. And we give them this. I said, but we came together. We left the office at the same time. We came here together, and we are living together. What you people supposed to know is that they did not arrest any of us. There was no any criminal case against any of us. We are normal citizens. And they said I have to write a statement for them. I said, let them dictate it. And I wrote, I think they did it two lines. So when we got back, we felt that this is not a joke. There's something somewhere. Some people are trying. And at SARS, they collected our documents, which they knew that these were real. And they said, hey, even if you have this document, does not mean that you are the real owner of the land. Meaning that they collected that document for whoever sold that to NAF to go and update whatever they have. So after that, we noticed that the only thing that we can do is to go to court. So we moved to court. We got a lawyer, and we moved to court. And all their documents and our documents were taken to court as part of evidence. And the first injunction was given. When they got the first injunction, they refused to stop work. They added more workers on that site, and they refused NPHCDA subscriber or workers to enter that site. They went back to court, and second injunction was given. The same thing happened till when Honorable Minister of Health and Social Welfare intervened and wrote to Minister of FCT. And from Minister of FCT was minuted to Development Control. And Development Control tried to organize meeting between the two parties. But the dates they put is either none of theirs.
Madam Fatima, apologies again. Apologies again, Madam Fatima, but we have a very small time to discuss this, to have this conversation. But Queen here has a question for you.
Yes, Madam Fatima, thank you for taking out your time first to join us. My question now would be, what has been the impact of this dispute? You know, because I believe that it's really going to be a long story. But what is the impact on the dispute for your staff morale and now the trust in government's ability to safeguard workers' welfare?
Seriously, it has been a terrible thing. The first time when this dispute started and they removed our workers on site, NPHCDA lost over 100 million naira. Because they've already put material on site, which all those material were later stolen. And
you also mentioned that the land was purchased.
We were trying to go back. Mm-hmm. You said?
You also mentioned that the land was purchased by your agency. Now, who exactly was it purchased from?
Our land was not purchased.
Okay.
It was
Please
allocation.
clarify. All right.
We had allocation, and after the allocation was 2006, and regularization was 2011 to 2013. So we did not purchase the land. It was allocation through mass housing.
These documents tally with anything that the Air Force, the Nigerian Air Force, might have brought in court. What does their document say regarding the ownership of the land? And if you can put a timing to it, a timeline.
The documents were not given to us. Everybody's document was taken to court.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody documents were taken to court. It was from the court that analyzed both documents and gave injunction.
Okay. What about the impact of the protests by the staff of your agency? How impactful has that been since? Has there been any regard given to the demands that you have made during the protest?
We're still waiting. We're still waiting. And we will not relent. Because as of yesterday, because we don't want what happened the first time to happen again. People's hard-earned money are on site.
Okay.
Some people's building has reached decking, which they wanted to carry it up, and these people has come again to stop. As of yesterday, the person that is doing gate house for us still mobilized his boys and went to site, and NAF's boys still arrest them on the site after Thursday protest. The engineer, we have to start calling him around before those boys are being released. You are asking for settlement meeting, and you still have sword in your hand. Are we not in same Nigeria? Are we not in the same Nigeria? So does it mean that NAF Holding is selling? It's not that it's a barrack. They are selling these houses to people, making gain. But NPHCDA subscribers have subscribed into this land. If you hear what we have said and what people have said, retiree, their money is now about to be going under the water, which we will not allow it to. We will not. We have done so much. We have put a lot. 13.5 hectares has already been taken, which is in court. Now you are moving to phase 1 with two injunctions. And the court hearing is still on the 22nd of September. We're asking the Nigerian government to kindly come to our aid on time. We are losing every day. People's iron are on site. Diaspora money are on site. Being stolen from every day. We are not on war front. We are begging Nigerian government to intervene and give us justice.
All right,
Thank you so much, Madam Fatima, for shedding light on this important issue. I'm sure as a TV station, we'll keep following up on this. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Madam Fatima.